Guys, I am really excited for today's video. As you can see, Umbro have really sorted us out today. So we've got balls, we've got pro training kit, and for the first time in a video, I'm actually going to be testing out 2 pairs of boots in the same video. So very excited about trying these on, but just to give you some context on why I'm so excited, first, I'm going to show you these. So, if you grew up playing football, especially in the UK in the 90s, you'll probably know what these are. But if you didn't, these are the Umbro Specialis, one of my first ever pair of football boots, and they have so many memories attached to them for me. Not only from a personal playing experience, but even just as a fan of football, these boots were iconic, especially in the 90s and early 2000s, and worn by some of the best players on the planet. Some of the most iconic goals were scored in these as well. Just to name a few, Michael Owen, one of my favorite players growing up, scored so many unbelievable goals. One that comes to mind is his solo goal against Argentina. Roberto Carlos, absolute Brazilian legend, and his infamous free kick against France. And then we have to mention Alan Shearer, who's still the all-time leading goal scorer in the Premier League. Got to that level in a pair of Umbro Specialis. So an absolutely iconic pair of football boots that were launched over 30 years ago in 1992 and are still being used around the world today. And if you didn't know, these were actually marketed as a speed boot when they launched, because compared to everything else on the market, they were lightweight, they had a responsive sole plate, and the overall fit of this leather upper, full leather upper, was really secure. So compared to what else was out there, they really gave you that responsive feel. They felt lightweight underfoot. And this was actually one of the first speed boots to come to life. So very different to what we see from modern day speed boots. But there was once a time where these were some of the lightest boots on the planet. But enough about the original Specialis, because today we're actually going to take on a modern revamp. And I'm really excited about them because if you didn't already know, I'm a huge fan of white boots. It's pretty much what I wear exclusively in matches and all the time here on the channel. And we have a modern take on the Specialis. So just recently released by Umbro, they came out with a goat leather edition of the Speciali. How class do they look? And with a different leather upper, I'm really excited to get these on and compare them not only to the Specialis from old, but also what Umbro consider a modern take on their timeless classic. We've also got the Tocco IV to test out as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through a few exercises to test out different elements of the boot, some change of direction, some dribbling, first touch, and of course some finishing. And then we'll swap into the Toccos and we'll do a bit of comparison at the end to see which would I wear in a match today, would these still hold up against modern boots, and which would I pick on match day. So we're gonna get these on feet. I can't wait. They look absolutely class and I can't wait to see how they feel. Just before we get them on, I wanna say a huge thank you to Umbro for making this video possible. They've really sorted me out today, but they're also sorting you guys out as well. And if you use a link in my description, you can actually get a discount on any of the products you're seeing. So if you want some of the pro training gear, the boots, the footballs, you can get it at a discounted price by using the link in my description. So make sure you check out Umbro Premier and see some of the latest offerings from Umbro. But we're gonna get these on feet. So these are the 2024 edition of the Umbro Speciali, and I'm very curious to see how they feel directly out of the box. So we're gonna slip into one here. Wowzers. One thing about the Specialis, if you've tried them on, you already know this, but the comfort is hard to beat. A full leather upper, so soft, and this goat leather is really nice. And the nice thing about a full leather upper is as you wear them over time, they really give you a customized feel. They mold to the exact shape of your foot, so it feels like they're personalized and designed specifically for your foot shape. Let's just get the other one on here. Wow, yeah. Out of the box comfort is unbelievable on these, and they look absolutely unbelievable on feet as well. So we're gonna get warmed up, get into the exercises, then we're gonna switch halfway through and check out the Toccos as well. So let's get to it. Wow, that was so much fun. Getting to play in the Speciali once again really took me back to my youth career, playing in them, a lot of my teammates having them, and it's just so nostalgic for me. So I'm sure many of you watching who grew up playing in the 90s, early 2000s have some sort of memory of the Speciali, whether you wore them yourself or maybe your teammates wore them. So let me know in the comment section if you have any stories about the Specialis. I would love to read them. But for a boot that was designed over 30 years ago, with some modern tweaks, making them a little bit more lightweight and responsive, I've got to say the DNA of the Speciali is still there, and they absolutely compete with everything on the market today. They're responsive, they're lightweight, so comfortable out of the box, and even just about 30 minutes of playtime in them, I can already feel them molding to my feet. The goat leather is really soft, slight texture on the upper, but nothing too slick and nothing too grippy, so a nice control over the football. And I would happily wear these in today's game. I don't feel like they slow me down whatsoever. I know they look a little bit on the bulky side. They're a different style of boot, more traditional. Sole plate is a little bit more old school, but works perfectly well even on this artificial surface. Plenty of pivot ability and plenty of traction as well when I'm accelerating. So I've got absolutely no complaints. If you're not used to a traditional boot, you might feel a little bit foreign in these at first. But if you've been interested in a boot like this, a more traditional style, give these a try and I promise you, you won't be disappointed. But we're gonna take these off now and we're gonna slip into some 2024 versions, essentially, of the Speciali. So even though they've kept this boot almost identical to the first release, they have got a modern boot on offer over at Umbro. So we've got the Tocco IV here today. So if this boot was to evolve over the years, as many football boots do, they get lighter, a little bit more responsive. I imagine it would have ended up looking a little bit something like what's in this box. So we're gonna get these out and on feet, and we're gonna take these out for a spin. So this is the first look here at the Umbro Tocco IV. So it's their modern day leather control boot. So as you can see here, a lot slimmer looking than the Speciali, different kind of heel area. The sole plate is a bit more updated as well. I can feel in hand, they do feel a little bit lighter, but overall, I gotta say, a stunning looking pair of football boots in all white, my absolute favorite. So let's get these on feet and give them a spin. So that's it for the Tocco playtest. Definitely a modern day version of the Speciali. They still have that DNA, the comfort. I can already feel the leather molding to my foot. It's a lot thinner than the Speciali. It offers a slightly more barefoot sensation. So when you're dribbling the ball and striking it, you feel that ball against your foot a lot more. So if that's something you're looking for, you're certainly going to prefer the Toccos over the Specialis. But if you're looking for that old school heritage padded feel, the Speciali are pretty tough to beat in terms of what's on offer in today's market. Build quality is fantastic. I can imagine these are going to last you a very long time. If you look underneath the sole plate, you'll realize that the sole plate is stitched to the upper. So that's really going to help increase the lifespan of these boots, especially if you're playing on AG where it's really abrasive and the sole can separate from the upper. You might have experienced this yourself. You're probably not going to experience much of that in the Specialis just because of the build quality. When it comes to the sole plate, I'm going to give it to the Speciali here, even though I will say the Tocco sole plate feels a lot lighter, so you do feel quite nimble. I'm going to give it to the Speciali just because I feel like the sole plate's a bit more responsive, a lot more rigid through the midfoot. So when you're pushing off, I really feel that snapback. And that's something I personally look for in a football boot. I want a lot of support underneath the foot because I accelerate and change direction a lot during a match. So I want my football boots to keep up with me. But having said that, both stud patterns are really effective for both FG and also AG. They're full of conical studs, so you're not going to have any issues with rotating, pushing off, accelerating and changing direction. In terms of leather quality, both offer really soft and supple leather, which gives you a comfortable experience right out of the box. But for me, once again, the Speciali is going to edge this category just because the entire upper is leather, and even after 30 minutes, I'm starting to feel it mold perfectly to my foot. So for me, leather quality is going to go to the Speciali. In terms of feel on the ball, this is up to your personal preference. If you're looking for that plush and padded sensation, the Speciali is going to be where it's at. But if you're looking for more of a barefoot sensation where you can really feel every single touch on your foot, the Tocco is going to be more suited to your preference. For me personally, I'm actually going to give this to the Tocco as well. When I was dribbling the ball and manipulating it, I really enjoyed that more barefoot sensation, the slightly thinner upper, and feeling a little bit more nimble under my feet. Just gives me slightly more confidence when I'm manipulating the ball, changing direction and making those precise touches. So in terms of feel on the ball, I'm going to give this one to the Tocco. So that brings me to my final conclusion. In terms of what I would personally pick, I can't look past the Speciali. For me, they're just such an important part of my youth career and so many memories, not only from me as a player, growing up playing in them, but also football memories, seeing some of the best players on earth score some of the most iconic goals in history in the Speciali. And in this new white colorway, especially with the classic fold over tongue, in my opinion, one of the best looking boots on offer. But those are just my thoughts, and I want to say a huge thank you to Umbro for making today's video possible, not only providing the boots, but also all of the pro training gear that you saw as well. You can get any of this on umbropremier.com, and I'm going to leave a link in the description if you want to use my discount code to get a discount on any purchase you make. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure you smash the like button, hit that subscribe button for weekly training videos, and I'll see you guys in my next video.